Welcome to exploring the cozy fishing village and the charm of whiskered velvet shrimp. Taiwan is surrounded by the sea on all sides and is blessed with abundant seafood resources. How much do you know about them? Do you know what whiskered velvet shrimp is? Are you curious about the story behind it? From catching shrimps, peeling their shells and drying them, to cooking them into delicious dishes that will get your mouth watering, every step is not easy. However, a lot of fascinating stories are hidden behind the processes. In this episode, I will take you on a journey to explore the charm of Tainan's salt fields and Qingshan Fishing Port and introduce the history and the cooking process of whiskered velvet shrimp. To make sure you will be following the episode, I have 5 multiple choice questions and 1 open-ended question for you. Take it easy, the answers are all right in the episode. Next, I will help you discover more about Taiwan's 4 types of coastal landscapes. You will pick up English vocabulary about marine processes and learn to talk about unique coastal landscapes in English. This will not only expand your geographical knowledge, but also improve your English vocabulary. Finally, I have prepared a post-lesson quiz to help you review the knowledge you've learned today and make your learning experience more comprehensive. So, after you complete the lesson, you will have a better understanding of whiskered velvet shrimp and traditional industries in southern Taiwan. You will also learn more about the beauty of coastal landscapes and acquire new English vocabulary related to marine processes. With this knowledge, I hope you will immerse yourself more in the local culture while visiting southern Taiwan and share Taiwan's traditional industries and coastal landscapes with your friends, helping them to appreciate the beauty of Taiwan's hidden gems. Are you also eager to embark on a journey of discovery with me in southern Taiwan? Without further ado, let's get started. This lesson focuses on the beautiful Qingshan salt fields. We've invited Mrs. Wu to share with us the traditional salt drying process in earlier times. You will also find that Qingshan salt fields offer different scenic views as tides ebb and flow. After visiting this spot, you will understand why it has become one of the most Instagrammable places in Tainan. Next, we'll visit Qingshan Fishing Port, the headquarters of the Qingshan shrimp fishery. Here, you will learn about the history of Qingshan Fishing Port and the charming fishing village. We'll also explore the temples that can often be found in fishing villages. These traditional temples were built to ensure the safety of fishermen and a bountiful harvest. Lastly, we'll visit Mrs. Wu's home to watch the entire process of cooking the iconic whiskered velvet shrimp. Although it seems simple, every step of the process requires a lot of effort. You will learn to appreciate the charm of whiskered velvet shrimp throughout this experience. Now, let's have a look at the questions for this episode. Question 1. According to the episode, what is the most prominent feature of the Qingshan salt fields that has made it an Instagrammable place? A. The salt fields appear as blocks of tofu-like salt crystals. B. When the tide is high, it appears as if you were walking on water. C. Its fan-like shape enhances the view of the sunset. D. The salt fields are so flat they resemble a mirror in the sky. Question 2. In the video, what aspect of the fishing village culture did Leo personally experience? A. Shrimp fishing. B. Firefly watching. C. Fishing. D. Broadcasting. Question 3. What makes the whiskered velvet shrimp different from other species of shrimp as mentioned in the video? A. Texture. B. Taste. C. Pattern. D. Size. Question 4. How long does it take to sun-dry the whiskered velvet shrimp? A. 2 days. B. 3 days. C. 4 days. D. 5 days. Question 5. At the end of the video, what dishes did Mrs. Wu prepare for Leo to taste? A. Whiskered velvet shrimp rice, fresh fish soup. B. Spicy fried whiskered velvet shrimp, loofah vermicelli with whiskered velvet shrimp. C. Whiskered velvet shrimp meatballs, steamed fish. D. Shrimp stir-fried with water spinach, whiskered velvet shrimp stir-fried noodles. Open-ended question. Please describe the process of making dried whiskered velvet shrimp shown in the episode, as well as how long they can be stored once they are made. The 5 multiple-choice questions help you understand what the episode presented. After the episode is over, the open-ended question is given to test your concentration and ability to summarize themes. This question is meant to check if you have a thorough understanding of the episode and if you can recall all the important information in it. While watching the episode, look out for the prompts on the screen and answer every pop-up question. Take it easy. I'm sure you can answer those questions thoroughly and correctly. Now, let's play the video.
This Qingshan salt flat is shaped like a fan. When it floods up, you can appear as if you're walking on water.
你可以教我怎么做？
安尼啦，安尼啦。
好，拿捏了。好。They're beautiful. These are the velvet shrimp drying on the racks. 各位青山的朋友，我是快乐渔民，我的船是快乐渔夫。You'll recall when we were in the port of Budai, I talked about this western central part of Taiwan's important salt trade. We're now in Qingshan, and this is a very famous salt flat. In fact, this Qingshan salt flat is shaped like a fan. And we are here where the water is flowing in and flooding this whole area. This salt flat is the last remnants of Taiwan's commercial salt production. It was built in 1975 and only operated until the early 2000s, and then it lay dormant. Now, it was discovered more recently by the Instagrammers, and what is beautiful about this salt flat is its unique fan shape, and also the fact when it floods up, you can appear as if you're walking on water. This is the part of Qingshan salt flats you can do your own miracle, walk on water. This was made famous by the Instagrammers and also by its reminiscence of a Japanese cartoon called Spirited Away, where the train tracks go into the water. Taiwanese people love this reference, and if you come here and you want to Instagram yourself performing a miracle, you can do it here. Walk on water. Like Jesus Christ. or anybody else. I'm not much of an Instagrammer, but that's what made this place famous.
Have you heard the answer? Let's go back to the question. Question 1. According to the episode, what is the most prominent feature of the Qingshan salt fields that has made it an Instagrammable place? A. The salt fields appear as blocks of tofu-like salt crystals. B. When the tide is high, it appears as if you were walking on water. C. Its fan-like shape enhances the view of the sunset. D. The salt fields are so flat they resemble a mirror in the sky. Handle this question as a warm-up. Did you get it right? The answer is B. When the tide is high, it appears as if you were walking on water. The most distinctive feature of Qingshan salt fields is its fan-shaped structure, which creates the illusion of walking on water during high tide. This has made it a popular spot for Instagram photos. Established by Taiwan in 1975, salt production began in 1977, making it the youngest and most unique salt field in Taiwan. Since the end of salt production in 2002, it was quickly abandoned.
I have a real treat for you. Wu Mama has agreed to come back to the salt flats here. She used to do this back in the 70s, and she harvested salt for about 30 years. 你们当时那个盐怎么弄啊？
这水用风车加过来这边，落盐冰架啊，日头拍到有够个度数，才会结盐。差不多20几度才会结盐。盐即马来，二针涂骹。伫水的对面，迄个较白来到规堆，用个粪机不断扔来，恁较打起盐堆仔顶。
当时有多少个人在这里工作？你记得吗？
过了8人的啦。
都是青昆山的人来这边的。I think it's very special to come here in this place. It's kind of been forgotten. It's a sign of the changing times in Taiwan. In the old days, this was a huge industry, harvesting the salt and selling it. I think we're very lucky to have people like Wu Ma come here and still remember those days and share them with us, because there are not many people left like that who can explain firsthand how salt harvest was done in those days. Wu Mama, 谢谢你的时间，谢谢你，可以跟你握手，好，谢谢。好。Tainan has 8 fishing harbors. Other than Anping Harbor, which is the largest and is a Class 1 harbor, the others are all Class 2 harbors. The two largest, Qingshan and Jianjun Harbor, account for about 500 tons of fish annually. This is Qingshan Harbor. It's very small, but it's very important because this is where a lot of the shrimp industry is based. And when you look here, the boats are often the R-type, the sampans that go and catch the shrimp.
Action.
各位鄉村大家好，
大家好，你 rolling 嗎？
咱最後以下嘅這道場係加
河地魚，
多啲，
多啲。
以下道場即係加，嗱讓河地嘅人變得過嚟參考，嚟試下我買。
That's the cute thing in these little villages. In all these small fishing towns in Taiwan, you get announcements like this during the day to update you on where to buy things, where the special prices are. I think it's fantastic and it's very cute. This Qingshan Gang, I also wanted to mention, used to have about 200 ships in its heyday. It's a lot less now, you can see, and it has only about 60 years history. Most of these ships were out to catch the velvet shrimp, but that industry, as you know, has been declining in years, so there's less ships here. You can see it more clearly from here. This is Qingshan Harbor, these two areas here, and we're standing here. This is Qingshan Village. Qingshan originally refers to whale. And the reason for that is the sandbanks out here in the ocean, when you look at them, resemble a whale. It gives a powerful name to this small village. And I think the village is very interesting because it's kind of like a jetty, jetting out amongst the salt flats and the marshes in this part of Taiwan. Like in all Taiwanese fishing villages, they center around the temple. The temples are particularly important because it protects the fishermen from running aground on these sandbanks. Sometimes they're just under the water level, so they're hard to see. And particularly historically speaking, before you had maps and proper depth sounders on your boat, these sandbanks are very dangerous. So as always, fishermen go to the temple to pray not only for safety, but also for a large catch. And that's why the temples form the hearts of these villages.
我这边哦，都家己哦，家己做，家己卖。
我这个怎么？你房间里面有多少？15秒是不是
40秒，
那要放多少钱
30块。
很有意思，很有意思。
对对，
我没有东西说呢，我不会。各位青山的朋友，我是快乐渔民，我的船是快乐渔夫，我是到青山介绍青山的文化，希望大家看我们的节目在那个TaiwanPlus，谢谢你，祝你大家身体健康，万事如意，丢多一点的鱼啊，谢谢。OK 吗？很紧张啊。OK， 够。
他害羞了。
Have you heard the answer? Let's go back to the question. Question 2. In the video, what aspect of the fishing village culture did Leo personally experience? A. Shrimp fishing. B. Firefly watching. C. Fishing. D. Broadcasting. Did you remember that Leo mentioned this unique tradition of the fishing village earlier? That's right. He personally experienced D. Broadcasting. In the video, it was mentioned that in fishing villages, you would often hear broadcasts. These broadcasts include information about new products, where to buy things, or when there are special discounts. This way, villagers can get the latest updates without going online. Additionally, the broadcast machine is placed in the temple, and you can share good information with everyone by inserting coins. Isn't it interesting? Here's a side note. The English word is broadcast, and this word can be a noun, a verb, and an adjective. Now, the broadcast of the live concert reached millions of viewers around the world. Verb. They will broadcast the news about the event on television tonight. Adjective. The broadcast signal was strong, ensuring that everyone could tune in to watch the live event. Did you get this question right? Let's continue to watch.
We've come here to the Wu family to learn about火烧虾, or velvet shrimp as it's called in English. But before that, I want to talk to you about a love story. It's the story of a young soldier who came from mainland China to Taiwan to find true love and start a business and a life here. Wu 先生，你什么时候来台湾呢？
我民国38年，
那你怎么认识你太太呢？
因为我在军中调到这边来，
那你怎么聊天呢？
就慢慢听啊，听久了以后，久了就知道了。
那你是慢慢学台语是不是？
对。
Okay.
The reason we're here is because of his spouse, Wu Mama. She's famous in Qingshan for her火燒蝦, for her velvet shrimp. And we're going to talk to her now and understand how she prepares the shrimp and how the shrimp are served. This used to be a massive industry in Tainan. Even in Qingshan, there used to be 500 people shelling these shrimp every day. Now, there are very few left, and Wu Mama is one of the few who is doing that. Production in these parts have gone down because there's less and less supply. These shrimp can't be raised in a farm. They're all ocean caught, they're all fresh. The shrimp is also very labor intensive. As you can see, each one is peeled by hand, they're gutted, and they're put on the racks to dry. And I'll talk a little bit more about that. But first, I want to talk about why these are called火燒蝦, or in English, velvet shrimp. I think in English, it's easier to understand. If you look at these two shrimp, they look almost identical. This one here is smooth to the touch. There's actually no feeling to it, it's slippery. This one here, when I touch it, it has tiny little micro hairs on it, and I don't think you can see it on the camera, but it actually has a bit of a rough feeling to it. So these are the velvet shrimp, 火燒蝦.
You can teach me how to do.
安尼啦，安尼啦，安尼啦。
好。安尼啦，好。
安尼个接啊。
这样的一压。OK 好。里面那个黑色的还是 OK 吗？
迄无要紧啊。
这个就是虾膏。
那个虾子在哪里买的？
各国嘛来咧买，啊台湾专省大家嘛来咧买，人客拢会来甲我买，摕过外国去，恁美国、日本、加拿大，迄拢会摕过呢。
那吴妈妈，你买出去的样子是怎么样啊？
啊，阮组长摕互你看。
好，那我们去看了。
Have you heard the answer? Let's go back to the question. Question 3. What makes the whiskered velvet shrimp different from other species of shrimp as mentioned in the video? A. Texture. B. Taste. C. Pattern. D. Size. This question was pretty straightforward, right? That's correct. The answer is A. Texture. The name Whiskered velvet shrimp actually comes from its bright red shell. In the video, Leo used his sense of touch to feel the difference in texture between velvet shrimp and other species of shrimp. Whiskered velvet shrimp have some fine hairs on their surface, making them feel rougher to the touch. In contrast, regular shrimp typically feel smoother, and there's a noticeable difference in texture.
Look at this. They're beautiful. These are the velvet shrimp drying on the racks. 那个虾子已经放多久？
这个第一天，当天剥完，早上剥完马上晒。
那个呢？
这个要3天后。
这个已经完全了，是不是？可以包起来。
对。
So that's the beauty of the sun. It does all the work, other than peeling it, of course. Day 1, Day 2, Day 3, the finished product. 买给客人，他们怎么用？
如果这一种的话，它很简单，它很百搭，炒菜、炒饭、炒面都行。
It's like a natural kind of umami. You don't need MSG if you put these shrimps in them. 那个可以放多久
？12个月。
12个月，放在冰箱里面吗？
冷冻库。
冷冻库 Okay. So this is the final product. You can keep it up to a year if you put it in the fridge. And as I said, you put it in anything you want. I think she's going to prepare some for us to try in a few minutes as well. So let's try that. 好，谢谢你。
Have you heard the answer? Let's go back to the question. Question 4. How long does it take to sun-dry the whiskered velvet shrimp? A. 2 days, B. 3 days, C. 4 days, D. 5 days. This question should be an easy one to answer, right? That's correct. The answer is B. 3 days. In the video, you can see that after peeling the shrimp in the morning, Mrs. Wu immediately puts them out to dry. We can also observe the differences in appearance between the shrimp on the first, second, and third days of drying in the video. Isn't it fascinating? After they are peeled, they rely solely on the power of sunlight to dry. I'm sure you got this one right. Let's move on to the next question.
So she's adding in the garlic now. I'm putting in the chili. Oh, the smell is beautiful already. Here come the shrimp. I'm gonna sneak one right now while she's not looking. It's finished. The shrimp are fantastic. Not overcooked, just a little bit of resistance. They're not dry, they're chewy, and they have a wonderful taste of the ocean, really. The next dish she's making is the 丝瓜面线.
Have you heard the answer? Let's go back to the question. Question 5. At the end of the video, what dishes did Mrs. Wu prepare for Leo to taste? A. Whiskered velvet shrimp rice, fresh fish soup. B. Spicy fried whiskered velvet shrimp, loofah vermicelli with whiskered velvet shrimp. C. Whiskered velvet shrimp meatballs, steamed fish. D. Shrimp stir-fried with water spinach, whiskered velvet shrimp stir-fried noodles. Regarding the food question, I'm sure you answered that one quickly. Bingo! The correct answer is B. Spicy fried whiskered velvet shrimp, loofah vermicelli with whiskered velvet shrimp. Another characteristic of dried whiskered velvet shrimp is that they have a very strong seafood flavor when they're raw. Once cooked, they're full of flavor and have a delightful chewy texture. They are an excellent ingredient for various dishes. Additionally, shrimp meatballs are a unique snack in Tainan, and the filling of dried whiskered velvet shrimp is the essence of this specialty. If you ever visit Tainan, you must give it a try.
吴妈妈还有怡珍，谢谢你煮饭给我们，谢谢介绍那个火烧虾的那个故事。我知道很多人都不知道那个其实是一个很复杂的东西啊，看起来很简单，其实不是啊。
其实不简单。
对。We're gonna eat now, but join us next time on our next voyage of the boat, and we're going to another harbor to learn even more about some of the history and some of the interesting things that happen in Taiwan's beautiful fishing harbors.
Congratulations on watching the entire video and completing the 5 multiple choice questions. Whether you got them right or not, give yourself a pat on the back for making the effort. I believe that by answering these questions, you have a deeper understanding of the origin of whiskered velvet shrimp and the culture of fishing ports in southern Taiwan. Now, it's time for the final challenge. the open-ended question. Are you ready? Let's see if you can do it. Please describe the process of making dried whiskered velvet shrimp shown in the episode, as well as how long they can be stored once they're made. If you haven't thought of an answer yet, that's okay. Below, I'll provide you with some vocabulary that might come in handy to help you systematically organize your response. You can pause the video and figure out how to use these words. If you already have the answer, read it out loud or write it down. That's great. You have your own answer. But if you are not there yet, let me share my answer with you. You can try saying it out loud. Due to the inability to artificially farm whiskered velvet shrimp, it is necessary to first go out to sea to catch the shrimp. After catching them, the scent vein of the shrimp needs to be manually removed, and they are then placed on a wire mesh to sun-dry. Afterward, they're sun-dried for 3 days, and the dry shrimp are ready. They can be stored in the freezer for up to a year. Congratulations! You finished all the questions. And you certainly have learned more about Qingshan Fishing Port and whiskered velvet shrimp. Now, you can confidently and clearly express what you've seen and learned through travel. Next, I'll recap the lesson to help you gain more practical knowledge and expand your English vocabulary. Let's check them out. Do you still remember the introduction to Qingshan at the beginning of this episode? It's actually a type of coastal landform known as a sandbar. Taiwan is surrounded by the sea on all sides, and the coastal landforms in the north, east, south, and west are all different. Each type of coastal landform has its own unique features. Let me take you through Taiwan's 4 coastal landforms. Northern Taiwan, Cape Bay Coast. Have you ever noticed that many places along the northern coast of Taiwan are named with words like bay, cape, and point? These geographical features were formed during crustal movements around 20 million years ago, causing the underlying sedimentary rock layers to rise and create the rocky coastlines of northern Taiwan. These sedimentary rock layers have uneven textures and have undergone erosion and weathering from the northeast monsoons over the past million years, making the landscape rugged and intricate due to varying degrees of retreat. Did you find the Cape Bay coastal landform fascinating? Next, I'll provide some vocabulary and sentences structures to help you better understand the northern coastal landform. Remember to pause the video and read these English sentences aloud with me. Sedimentary rock layers. Example: the sedimentary rock layers in the Grand Canyon reveal a rich geological history spanning millions of years. Northeast monsoon. Example: the northeast monsoon brings cooler and drier air to the region during the winter months, resulting. Cause. The first example: heavy rainfall can result in flooding in low-lying areas. The second example: smoking may cause serious health problems. Eastern Taiwan. Faulted coast. As you travel along the highway on the eastern coast of Taiwan, you undoubtedly notice the closely knit relationship between the mountains and the sea. Many places along the road feature magnificent cliffs and precipices, rare natural phenomena in the world. Taiwan sits at the convergence of the Eurasian plate and the Philippine Sea plate, and the stunning landscapes of the eastern coast are a result of the squeezing and pressure between these two plates. Between the fault lines, several alluvial plains formed by river valleys can be found, while the rest of the region is characterized by steep coastal terrain. After learning about the faulted coast in eastern Taiwan, let's explore some related English vocabulary together. Remember to read along with me. Cliff. Example: the hikers carefully navigated the steep cliff to reach the breathtaking view at the top. Spectacular. Breathtaking. Example: the Grand Canyon is known for its spectacular views, with its vast and colorful landscapes taking your breath away. Side note: the phrase "take your breath away" literally means to make you gasp in awe to the point where you can't breathe, which is another way to describe something as breathtaking. You can try using this idiom in a sentence. Tectonic plate. Example: the collision of two tectonic plates can result in the formation of mountain ranges. Southern Taiwan. Coral Reef Coast. Everyone knows that Kenting is Taiwan's most famous destination for water activities. But did you know that this region boasts not only beautiful beaches but also coral reef formations? Coral reefs predominantly thrive in tropical shallow seas with clear waters. They form as the skeletal remains of deceased coral polyps gradually combine to create massive reef structures. Thanks to the suitable water temperature and depth of coral growth in the waters around the Henchun Peninsula, together with the uplift of the seabed plates, coral reefs have gradually risen, resulting in the formation of coral reef terrain. Isn't it fascinating? Let's learn more words and phrases together. Remember to say them out loud with me. Famous, renowned. The first example: the Great Wall of China is a famous landmark known worldwide for its historical significance. The second example: the renowned scientist received the Nobel Prize for its groundbreaking research in the field of physics. Rare, uncommon. The first example: the discovery of a rare butterfly species in the forest was a significant event for the scientific community. The second example: the antique shop specializes in selling uncommon collectibles from around the world. Resort, tourist destination. The first example: this coastal town has become a popular resort for tourists seeking relaxation by the sea. The second example: the tropical island is known as a premier tourist destination with its stunning beaches and vibrant nightlife. Western Taiwan. Sandy mud coast. While the landscape of Taiwan's western sandy mud coast may not appear as spectacular as the other three coastlines, it is the result of various natural factors at work. The seabed in western Taiwan is relatively flat, and many major rivers flow into the sea in this region, gradually accumulating large deposits of sediment. In the central region, the impact of river sediment deposition is even stronger, resulting in more muddy areas and wetlands, shaping a unique coastal landscape. Some nearshore areas of sandy mud coasts also form sandbars or even lagoons, providing an ideal habitat for fish, shrimp, and shellfish larvae. This is crucial for the development of nearshore fisheries and aquaculture. As we explore the final coastal terrain, let's learn English words that are related to Western Taiwan's sandy mud coast. Flat. Example: the landscape in this area is quite flat, making it ideal for farming. Side note: in this example, the word "it" refers to the landscape and is used as a dummy subject. Pile up. Example: over the years, sediment has piled up at the bottom of the river, creating a fertile delta. Side note: in this example, sediment refers to accumulated particles at the bottom of the river, and fertile means rich and productive. Wetland. Example: the wetland ecosystem provides a habitat for a diverse range of wildlife. Side note: in this example, provide something for somebody means to offer something to someone. Aquaculture. Example: aquaculture is the farming of fish, shellfish, and aquatic plants in controlled environments. Having learned about the 4 different coastal terrains in Taiwan, you should be able to clearly see that the formation of these terrains is closely related to marine processes. It's truly amazing how different marine processes can create completely different coastal landscapes. You must also be curious about English vocabulary related to marine processes. Next, I will introduce 6 English words related to marine processes and special coastal landscapes. Without further ado, let's continue to explore. Coastal erosion. Coastal erosion refers to the erosion caused by seawater on the coastline and nearby areas, including the erosion of land, rocks, and beaches by factors such as waves, tides, and marine conditions. This natural phenomenon can result in the retreat of the coastline, erosion of rocks, and land submersion. Example: the coastal town has been affected by significant coastal erosion due to rising sea levels and increased storm activities. Marine deposition. Marine deposition is the gradual accumulation of sediment in the ocean over a long period, resulting in layered sedimentation. These sediments include pebbles, sand, organic matter, etc. They typically settle in seawater and gradually build up on the ocean floor, a process that also significantly impacts the preservation of fossils of ancient marine organisms. Example: the process of marine deposition is responsible for creating layers of sediment on the ocean floor. Just a quick note. In the example sentence, the phrase A be responsible for B means that B is caused by A, or A has the responsibility for B. For example, she is responsible for managing the marketing team and coordinating promotional campaigns. Sea cave. A sea cave is a geological feature formed by the erosive action of seawater. often featuring spectacular rock formations such as stalagmites and other rock characteristics inside. These places are often tourist attractions, drawing visitors to marvel at the wonders of nature. Example: explorers were excited to discover a hidden sea cave along the rugged coastline, marveling at its unique formations. Wave-cut platform. As the term wave-cut suggests, it is also formed by seawater erosion and is typically located in coastal areas. Due to variations in sea levels over time, it is eroded into terraces, creating a stepped coastal landscape. Example: the geological feature known as a wave-cut platform or sea platform is a flat, rocky surface formed by wave erosion along the coast. Lagoon. A lagoon is a semi-enclosed body of water typically located between the coast and the mainland, formed by the sedimentation process of seawater. These waters often contain a mix of fresh water and seawater, creating a unique ecosystem with high biodiversity and economic value for activities like fishing and tourism. Example: the lagoon is home to a diverse range of marine life, including colorful fish and vibrant corals. Sandbar. A sandbar refers to a narrow strip of land or sandbank, typically found at the confluence of oceans, lakes, or rivers. These landforms are created by the deposition of sand by wind and ocean waves. Example: the sandbar stretches across the entrance to the lagoon, making it difficult for boats to enter. As the lesson is drawing to a close, are you feeling a bit sad to say goodbye? But before we wrap up, I've got a question for you. The fishermen in the video use radio communication to exchange messages and foster a sense of community among villagers. In your opinion, what other methods can be used to quickly disseminate information in the fishing village? Take it easy. Just give a short answer using the information you've learned from the lesson. Have you learned a lot at the end of the lesson? I also want to share a piece of news with you. At the end of the video, there's a quiz for you to do so that you can review what you've learned from the video. So don't forget to do the quiz after watching the video. Happy studying! Bye!